done. What's done? What's finished? Father, I'm paying the penalty. The penalty clause is settled once and for all time. And anybody who will believe in my name, who will say, Father, I trust you. And Father, by the power of your Spirit, I will seek to obey you, can enter into this covenant again. Just wonderful, incredible thing that happens. Because of what Jesus did through the cross, death reigned to the point of Jesus. Life reigns from that point onwards. Why don't you turn to page 18? Thanks. You turn to page 18. And I want to end this section, then we'll have a quick 2-minute break, by asking you just some simple questions which you find here on page 18. First question is this: could anyone other than Jesus Christ, God incarnate, have paid the penalty of the broken covenant? Okay, we say no. Why? Why not? Why? Because how can a mere man pay the penalty for 1 billion men? How can the entire human race have fallen away from the grace of God, and then one man stands up one day and says, okay, take my life? Can't be. There's no justice in that. There's no equity in that. Only the life of God himself could pay the price of the forfeit lives of billions. So if Jesus was not God, now hear this carefully, because it's a foundation of our faith. If Jesus Christ was not God incarnate, then there is no validity to the concept of atonement. None. A good man cannot pay the price of 1 billion men and women, many of whom are good. Only God can say, I will lay down my life for the billions. Second question: if he had not reinstated the covenant, would humankind still be cut off from God the Father? Answer? Yes. This is this federal headship thing. It's got nothing to do with God's unfair. We've got to turn that question the other way around and say, did God cause Adam to sin? No. It is absolutely fair and righteous that humanity should pay the penalty for that decision. It's God's grace that he's actually made a way that can be dealt with. Third question: can a person benefit by this reinstated covenant without associating himself fully, that's trusting in the sacrifice of Jesus Christ on the cross of Calvary? No, we have to appropriate that. We have to say, thank you for what you've done. Again, please hear this carefully. Christ's atoning death on the cross of Calvary paid the price for every single human being, past, present, and future on this planet. Everyone potentially can come into salvation. Everyone. Scripture is real clear about that. That God does not want any to be lost, but that all should come to a knowledge of him. But what makes the difference? The difference is when we say, I want to associate with that, Lord. I could not earn that. I could not pay that penalty. You've done it for me. Thank you for that. Now, Lord, in your strength, I want to sign the obligations clause. That's why we call it a Christian commitment. We commit to trusting and obeying. So this is all at the covenant level. The last one: can one continue to live in disobedience and independence from God and still enjoy the benefits of covenant? Yeah, we've got to think a little carefully about that one, because there's this whole thing about once saved, always saved, and all that sort of stuff. Question?
Sometimes disobedience you can understand because we will always fall later, but independence from God, I think, is the key.
Yeah. Okay, the point that she's making there is that there are grades of disobedience. And now look, this is a Christian Foundations course, and so I really can't go into all the implications of can one fall away or can't one, and I'm really happy to discuss that over tea and so on. But I just want to end with a delightful little story that my wife told me today, just about 2 hours ago. She read it somewhere. She said, this minister was practicing in a small village, and he was also the village barber. So people would come in, and he would cut their hair and shave them, etc. And one day he was not able to do that, and somebody came in, and his wife, her name was Grace, said, "I'll do it. My husband can't do it right now." And she shaved this guy. And he just noticed that day after day the hair didn't grow back. His skin was glowing. He didn't need another shave. So he came back and he said to the pastor, stroke barber, "What happened? You know, your wife shaved me, and I've never been like that before." He says, "You were shaved by grace. Once shaved, always shaved."